Where's Plouffe? He's supposed to be shooting a video. Where's this guy, huh?
Hey everyone, we're here in Paris, France at the Stade de France. It was super cool. Philips flew us out for the event. They've got a bunch of new, I don't even know what to check out. They've been kind of keeping it really hush-hush, but it was great. They let us walk out onto the pitch, which is a dream for a lot of people. Everything's lit up really nice. There's a live band, there's drinks, there's snacks. It's great. We're gonna get back to the party and hopefully see all the products and show you everything we came here to check out in a little bit. So see you in a bit.
That was cool. They herded us into a theater and gave us this big presentation on how they want to be inclusive and diverse, because gaming really is for everyone. They showed off 3 major product lines for Evnia. 8 and 7000 are the highest end displays like your mini LED and OLED, while the 5000 should be more traditional IPS and VA panels at a more budget-friendly price.
I got no tech tips other than it's beautiful. It's the same panel I've got at home. So as long as they have it at a really good price, maybe I horizontally upgrade. Maybe I sell the Alienware and I buy one of these because I love the way it looks. I'm terrible at racing with keyboard and mouse instead of a controller, but whatever. The reality is it looks beautiful. We had to go in and tweak some settings, turn VSync off, turn motion blur off. But man, it looks gorgeous. Turn HDR on to get the real nice pop, especially in Forza. It's got really nice HDR. Absolutely beautiful display. So yeah, we're pretty sure we've seen some artifacting, but that's not the monitor. That's the GPU, whatever they've got in here. Probably have DLSS on or something, and that's okay. They just want to get the highest frame rate they can to really show off the 175 hertz available in the game, or on the display, sorry. Honestly, it looks like my monitor, and if they can price it correctly to beat out the Alienware QD-OLED, I love the design way more. The branding is way less in your face than Alienware.
Okay, we got pricing, and I'm sorry, but it's still a little too expensive for my blood. $1,500 is a couple hundred more than the Alienware. It does do 90 watts of power delivery on the KVM, so that's another factor to consider. Not for me, but definitely for some people, especially if you prefer the look of this version. This beauty will do 99% DCI-P3 color space, and the I/O is pretty decent. We've got DisplayPort, HDMI, USB-C with 90 watts of power delivery, along with 4 more USB-A ports and USB-B to connect it all to your PC.
I'm really big on this white design. I think that's one thing that not a lot of brands offer is an all-white design. It's usually black, especially for gaming. And that's what they said they want to change with Ev. They want it to be for absolutely everyone. Doesn't matter age, doesn't matter sex, gender, where you're from, religion, who cares? Gaming's for everyone, right? So that's what Philips is trying to put out. All right, cool. Hey, I finished second, I'm great. This is their 42-inch OLED that they've got. It's probably a C2 panel, from LG, based on the brightness it gets. I think they hit something like 900 nits in HDR peak brightness, which is around what the C2 can do.
We got to interview Cesar Acosta, the product manager of gaming monitors at Philips, and he confirmed that the 42-inch OLED is indeed the same panel as an LG C2.
I'm awful at F1, so this is going to be terrible, but luckily Andrew's only capturing me right now, not the game. Honestly though, the OLED does feel really responsive, the gray to gray. You just can't beat it.
This one is pretty juicy at $1,600. A regular C2 is cheaper, but it's a TV, not a monitor. So you're paying extra for more PC-friendly features like the ability to wake up on input. The only real competitor right now is the Asus ROG Swift PG42UQ, and that's about $1,900 at the time of filming. So if you like the look of this one more, definitely go for it. For I/O, it's got HDMI 2.1 and DP 1.4, USB-C with 90 watts of power delivery, and another USB-A hub with 4 ports. Thanks to Vessi Footwear for sponsoring this video. Vessi Footwear is known for being lightweight, easy to pack, comfortable, and most importantly, water resistant with its Dymatex technology. Their everyday move line is designed with added support at the midsole and better breathability to keep up with your active lifestyle. Take them off and put them on with ease thanks to the handy pull tab. It's also made creature-free, so every step you take will be guilt-free. Your feet will thank you for wearing these. So say goodbye to wet socks and save $25 with our offer code ShortCircuit at vessi.com/shortcircuit.
I've been stoked about all of these, but the real star of the show, at least in my opinion, is this new mini LED screen that they've got. It's got 1152 zones. There's not much competition depending on the price. You've got Asus with their ProArt displays at like $5,000, and then you've got, I think AOC has a $2,000 display as well that has 1152 zones. This is probably the same panel or a similar one. As long as they can hit a good price point, mini LED looks good, you guys. It gets bright. Like if you like a bright screen and you like good HDR, mini LED kind of wins over OLED. So I'm real excited.
The I/O is a little lower tier than the last two displays we looked at, with the USB-C power delivery only being 65 watts. It's otherwise pretty similar with a 4-port USB-A hub, HDMI, and DisplayPort.
It looks gorgeous, and look at the highlights on the sparks and stuff. Super pretty. It's a beautiful panel, looks very responsive for a VA. The HDR experience really is gorgeous, honestly.
Out of everything we looked at today, it'll be the first one available in December of this year, with the rest of what we've shown coming up in January 2023. It's $1,800, which is expensive, but it's cheaper than what's currently on the market with similar specs. It's a very nice display, but certainly out of reach for most people. So let's check out the 27M2C5500W.
Now we've got their 5000 line, which is supposed to be the more budget oriented. There is a 3000 that's even more budget, but this should be a bit more friendly for the kind of the mid-range gamers who can spend a little bit of money, but not an arm and a leg for the more premium products. This thing looks awesome. And we've heard that we'll get the real North American prices to you, but in Europe at least, this is gonna be $499. So if you want a 240 hertz panel, remember how I complained about the AOC being too much at like 900 bucks? $500 for 27-inch 240 hertz. I love it. It looks great. The games weren't installed, unfortunately. There's a ton of different booths and stuff. The other one was unplugged, but we got the UFO test up, and I gotta say, it looks crisp. I don't see any artifacting. I don't see any blurring. I don't see any overdrive or undershoot. It looks pretty, and I can't wait to get a more hands-on experience with one in the future. The only thing that I can complain about is it looks like it's still edge lit, so there's a bit of bloom in some places that doesn't look great. But honestly, when you're only spending like sub $1,000, like 500 bucks, monitor's clean. That's pretty good. This is again their more budget-oriented option, and it gets a little blurry when you do some crazy flicks like this, but the reality is everything still stays relatively clear, nothing smearing too badly. This isn't the ultimate HDR experience monitor. This is the I want to get into esports, maybe be a bit more competitive with 240 hertz entry level kind of deal here. And if this is 500, I can only imagine how cheap or inexpensive rather, the 3000 series line is going to be that we haven't heard a whole lot of. We just got teased it, so I'm excited for the future.
Overall, I'm impressed. You're paying a bit of a premium on some of these displays, but that 90-watt charging capability is very important to some people. I can't wait to see the finalized North American pricing, and I just hope that these will be in stock and available to purchase for those who want them. As much as I love my QD-OLED, I'm not a huge fan of the stand, so maybe this is the one for you. If you want to see more of our adventures around Paris, us traveling here, or the event itself, make sure to check out the Floatplane exclusive.
Plouffe's still in Paris, but we appreciate you watching. What you should also watch is the next video that Plouffe's making right now. But in the meantime, why not watch, I don't know, the Pixel Watch short circuit that I think, and I'm unbiased here, is a great video. Worth your time. Check it out.